Careful. No.
Rolling an Ops 1 perception, eh?
Wait, you have
a
perception skill of 2?
No, observation. Fuck me.
Perception.
Perception.
We're just waiting around.
Perception should be like 4 or 5, I think.
Why doesn't it say? Fucking.
It does say. It's one of your stats.
It says so on the paper. Not
Yes.
what I was looking for. Yes.
What the hell?
You come to the stunning revelation that pushing a hoop around with a stick is fucking boring.
Wow, that was good.
Was he actually checking to see if there's anyone else checking?
No, he just came to that revelation.
No,
Well
that was the perception roll of revelation.
Well done.
Farming those routine checks.
You can't farm routine checks on skills.
Well, stats, you don't get routines.
In that case, he waits till the child gets alone and then beats him up and takes whatever he has.
You're stealing the man's hoop and stick.
Man.
Well, he got paid with some sort of coin, and I want to see.
Have you ever considered that he might keep the coin not on him?
How many babies could you fight against?
Look, we are not farming candy. This is not how this works.
Could I suggest that it might make more sense to first ask him some questions?
Rupert, would you rather fight
No,
a
fuck it. This
horse-sized
is
dog?
fine. No. I want to see what kind of coin he got.
But he's not even wearing like nice clothes. He's not fancy.
Don't give a shit.
No reason.
I followed him and now he's wasting my time.
Actually, the only person that's wasting your time is you.
I stand by my
Let's
decision.
have him do this. Let's just have. He wants to do it, so let him do it.
Time passes. The other group.
All right. So you you attack the urchin.
Dressed as an old man still.
What is your brawling? What attack skill are you going to use and weapon?
Do I have an attack skill or a weapon?
Do
well,
you?
I assume you're going to attack him.
You try and go at him with your toothless gums.
Unless you're going to go for like unskilled brawling.
Is he alone now?
Certainly he is alone. You specified that you waited for him to be alone.
Fuck him, I'm throwing the bowler I made last time.
Okay, Obs, you move, using your disguise, he doesn't notice you move to the correct range for bowler throwing, which makes it an Obs 2 throwing test.
Oh, motherfucking yes. Fuck you, child.
What the hell?
The bowler takes out his skinny, malnourished legs and he crashes to the ground.
And dies! You horrible monster!
Wow.
Yes!
He takes a steel test.
And
He
panics.
catastrophic. Well, I actually have to roll these.
Yeah.
He fails his steel test.
As Dominic walks up to him, is there a donkey between them?
There
Or
is-
anyone here?
There is not a donkey between you, no, certainly.
I want to punch a donkey for good measure, just to get the twist vibe going.
Okay, 1 second. Die of fate. On a 1, there is an animal for you to punch.
No.
No, damn it.
No animals.
I kick some dirt around while I walk to him.
Nice.
Bug rip.
Pick him up.
You pick him up, yep.
Go. Hello, lovely.
Oh, God. His eyes are wide with fear. He thinks he's about to be raped.
He's pissing
Get
himself.
No.
Horrible
very,
person.
very long, quiet hug.
Still a horrible person.
What are you going to do now?
Please tell me this urchin has a shiv.
Please say he just gets stabbed.
As the hugger.
To be fair, an urchin probably would have a weapon.
there will be
Die of
slight
fate.
hands to
Die of
release
fate.
hug.
Die of
Okay.
fate.
No.
No.
Die of fate says this urchin is defenseless.
Actually,
He
he
gets
isn't.
through,
He can
but
always
fuck
knee
that
the man.
predation.
He can always knee Rupert in the balls.
That is true.
No.
Rupert, what are you actually going to do?
No,
then?
how can he do that? He's got
mean-
the bowlers on him. That's
No,
hard.
he's having steel problems at the moment. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's hesitating.
So,
So...
I shall take anything he has with sleight of hand so he doesn't notice while hugging.
Okay, well, it's an unopposed thing because he's hesitating. So while hesitating, you grab all his fucking shit.
Yes. And
Two
then
rocks, a pebble.
I hold him up with one hand. I cradle his little head with my other hand, and I whisper into his ear, "Did you see some men today, boy?"
He's like, yes, please don't hurt me.
What kind of tell me about the men, boy? Leave nothing out.
He
What
was
did they
wearing
want?
a hood. I couldn't see his face. He just gave me the letter and said to find this guy. He'd be here at such and such a time.
How is he dressed?
He was wearing a traveler's cloak. I couldn't see anything.
Was his buttocks firm?
Very firm. I mean, I don't know.
Oh dear.
That'll
Moving.
do. He takes off the bowler and leaves him upside down in a barrel and goes back to the Cluck Cave.
Immediate trait gain. Creepy child abuser.
Seriously.
We made some
God.
note down the roof. It just made everybody laugh.
Did I get any elite swag from that?
I don't think you made me
Well, you
laugh. You
get-
made me groan.
Dude, what's your throwing skill?
It's 3.
You've got another routine.
That's 3 routines that are difficult. That makes it 4, doesn't it?
Let's have a look.
I think it might be 2 difficulties required, but...
No, 3 routines, and it's 2 difficult or challenging. So, no, you need 1 more difficult.
All right.
Or challenging.
Or challenging, which would negate the other difficult. So,
Okay, so thus Rupert makes his way back to the assembled masses, having engaged in some truly astonishing
some
activity.
terrible activity.
Terrible.
Did you actually get any cash from that?
Probably not.
Actually, interesting question. Did the...
Die of fate, the cash!
no, what I'm going to say is...
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, you get a die cash for you.
Oh, nice! Fuck me.
See? Don't say I don't ever
Every
give you
session he's
anything,
just gonna
Rupert.
Find urchins to abuse.
No,
Turn
because
them
what will
upside down,
happen is
shake
the
them.
urchins will rally together and throw stones at him.
Well, this die of cash, it's I'm assuming a particular coin. Is it the Brass Empire coin?
Good question. No, it is conventional.
Fuck
I
me.
decided it was talents, silver talents, because
Yep.
talents are rad, so it's going to be talent.
So, what are the other 3 doing at this point?
Wait, do I put this on my resources or where?
Oh
what do-
yeah, note plus 1d temporary of cash.
Mm,
We,
alright.
What's your resources, Rupert?
2.
Really? Nice.
Yeah.
Why is it?
That's some good resources.
Okay.
I think it was because I bought some bling, but I had something remaining, so it ended up in resources, and I think that's wrong.
Yeah, what it probably is it's 1. You've already got a die of cash, so you probably have now 2 cash. You've got 1 plus 2 resources. So effectively, you can buy something that's worth 3, but only 1 of it's permanent.
Anyway.
Cool. Okay, so meanwhile, Rupert re-enters the alleyway while Klika's reading his what's-its, and you chaps have to decide what to do next.
What time is it?
Let's say it is now 1 in the afternoon.
Food time.
Food time.
Well, I take it that we noticed that no one really followed us.
Yep.
So, I'm basically just I'm like motioning to the others that like we should gather up.
You didn't see me.
Well, I didn't see you. I just kind of motioned to Phil then.
Yeah.
And I do that. And I guess Phil comes over.
Mhm.
And I guess Kiko sees that.
Yes, he does.
Does Kiko come over too?
Not yet.
Did you use his voice? His name?
Not yet, I don't.
No, I didn't. I just motioned.
Not
you
yet.
learned yet the futility of addressing him by name.
So I just see like that old man because I don't know that it's actually Rupert, so I obviously don't motion to him.
That's
And
true.
well, I show Phil the letter, I hand him the envelope, and I ask, "Do you
Oh.
recognize the sigil?"
I pick up the ribbon, by the way. Just
Oh, okay.
Phil, you can pass Obs 4 perception, then you will find out whose seal it is.
shouldn't this be heraldry wise again?
I
I was about to say he has that.
Yes, yes.
I don't have heraldry wise,
But he's
I
learning
could
it.
check on it before.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, we'll say heraldry wise, a
Perception.
suitable skill, a suitable skill for the task.
You gonna
Is it-
assist me at all, Klika?
He
So
can't.
what?
He can't probably.
Can't
assist-
assist.
No. No
He
idea. I failed. I only had 2 successes trying to recognize it.
So what is it, Obs 4?
I'm going to say it's Obs 4. It's an Obs 4 perception.
Yeah,
Or
he
it would
said
be
it was
Obs 2
Obs 4
for a
for me,
skill
yeah.
related in the area, and so it's actually still Obs 4, but effectively.
So, right. Roll the dice.
No, I'm just gonna roll normally then.
Ooh.
Oh,
Two
also
successes.
2 successes.
Too bad.
So
Too
now swap
bad.
heraldry
Let's put our
wise.
2 successes together and make it 4.
No.
Actually, I believe you only note down successes on wises when you're learning them.
But yeah. Oh wait, on wise I see. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
you're
just
learning
learn
them.
the roll
Otherwise,
anyway
people would just be like, I'm going to roll a million wises a second.
If you throw Phil's thing at me one more time, I'm going to report you.
Okay, so, now what are you
Reported.
guys doing?
Okay. Everybody needs to decide what their plan is now. Clyke has informed you of this news.
Yeah. When is this again, by the way? Sorry, when is
It's 1
this
in the
again?
afternoon.
1 o'clock
No. When is the invitation for? Like, when is this
this
happening at
evening.
the embassy?
Like 9 or something, I guess.
Oh, the same day?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I've got an appointment at 5. You've possibly got an appointment. Well, someone's got an appointment at 9.
Yeah. Okay, well, Siegfried, you should go to your to the cartel, maybe
few
you will
hours yet.
actually, maybe you'll actually hear something about this this gathering in the embassy tonight. Who knows? There's probably like some talk going on in those circles. And then I will attend this in the evening. Like Judson and Ruford, you guys should come with me.
I'm not with you yet.
Oh right, sorry. No, and Ruford isn't there either, right?
Nope.
Nope.
So I'm just talking to
Not
Phil.
my name. Fuck.
Yeah, I'm just talking to Phil. I'm just basically saying like I will take Dominic and Judson with me in the evening, and you can come too if you're finished.
Or you
And
could just
they
leave
can-
Dominic behind.
Well, to be honest, Dominic's the
that?
most sensible person to take because he does have massive disguise.
Yeah,
I know,
that's
but
true.
Siegfried's saying that purely out of spite for Dominic.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. I like it.
So
I said I
Uh,
know where you're
Take a
coming
dice
from.
of bitchiness.
Yeah, I know where you're coming from, but I might need his skills in disguising. He can be my servant or something like that.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Yeah. And then Judson can wait outside, and if you're done with whatever you're doing for the cartel, maybe you can join us too, because I will probably need backup on this.
So
Okay.
you guys heading back yet?
Yeah, and then I'd say like let's go back to the. No, actually, let's. Are you hungry? Because I'm really hungry. Let's find like a tavern and get something. Actually, no,
What's the
sorry.
tavern?
Kiko,
To the
Kiko
pub
bought a lot
tavern.
of food, and let's just go back to the warehouse and see if we can.
Stuff.
Yeah.
Basically, when they
Get
get
some
out of
food.
sight, I'm just following them from a little bit of a
What's
distance.
the,
That's my
what's the
plan.
embassy time again?
It would be in the evening, so I assume it would start at sort of, let's say, 8.
Basically, my intention is to turn up maybe like 20 seconds after they do.
Okay. As you turn up, I go, Judson.
I don't know,
How
I
about
mean-
making some food?
Yeah, I can do that.
Wait, by the way, Ruford, none of you guys have spotted Ruford, have you?
No, we haven't.
Nope.
Nope.
He
But
was
he's not even
Hero.
with us at the moment. He ran off
Nope.
after the. This is concurrent with him beating up little defenseless children.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll prepare food. There's no obstacle to that, is there?
There is no.
Nope. I will just prepare
Um,
food for you all.
Yay.
I don't know. I'm considering our plan at the moment because I don't
So
know
what
if I
do you
want
got?
necessarily to have someone as backup.
What do you guys
for
read
what
there?
I'm doing.
You got something.
I
Oh.
like to do it.
As things
Right,
as I'm
I'll-
cooking.
I'll explain to Judson with the invitation and everything and what we want to do.
No offense, but is you going not a good idea? Everybody thinks you're dead.
Well, I could make
that
a
is an
grand
interesting
entrance.
question.
You just
Yeah.
suddenly appearing is going to raise a lot more questions than you might want to answer.
Also, holy shit, can you imagine, like, oh, this could be fun. They might turn up and try and kill him.
That's very true. Well, I guess then the best thing to do is to have. I can't believe I'm saying this, but we'll give the invitation to Dominic, and I'll try to.
To be fair, we might want to
Stay
risk
clear.
you going. I think that's more sensible.
Alternatively, you could always get a disguise from Dominic for yourself.
That's a better idea.
At
Yeah,
this
but
point,
I'm-
Dominic enters. Sup, sodomites?
I'm a really terrible actor, though. Dominic, do
Hi.
you have anything going on tonight?
He never has
And
anything
then-
going on.
Yeah, and then
Well,
I
none of
hand
us
him
do.
like, I hand him the invitation, and I tell him about the plan
I was
that
gonna
he should
knit
go in there.
as you.
No, not as me. Just come up with.
Actually, that's not a
Somewhat.
bad idea.
Yeah, slap my ring on you.
If anybody's going to try and kill you, they'll instead try and kill Dominic.
Yeah, slap,
How about we just-
slap your ring on me and.
I give
How about
Siegfried
we
a
just
slightly
leave
wry
my
smile
name-
at that.
How about we just leave my name buried?
Nods.
Well, they already have it. That fucking little mischievous shit yelled it all over the place.
Yeah, but
today.
that doesn't mean that everyone in that embassy knows about me. So Ruford, here's the invitation. Dominic, here's the invitation.
I can't
you-
read it.
Do whatever you want. You don't have to read it. You just have to have it. And you just like come up with a character that could fit into the Brass Empire embassy.
Well, the thing is,
And
it could be anybody. I mean,
could
your
be anybody.
character would know that it's this is a function where anybody
Yeah.
could turn up who's
I
relatively
basically I tell him. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna come up with court gossip wise.
Yeah, let's
And
hear
I'm gonna
it.
use that. I'm gonna use that, and I'm gonna come up with some name from like one of the smallerish noble families that could be like a cousin or whatever to one of them, like like a distant cousin.
Yeah,
and so
yeah,
on.
yeah, that's possible.
Okay, do I have to roll for that?
Yeah, let's say obs. Let's say obs 2.
Let's get you some skills.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's
true.
a success.
Okay.
Well done.
Yeah. So I give Dominic the name. All right, now I have to come up with a name,
You
don't
do.
I?
Oh, yes,
okay.
you do.
I want to be
Dominic-
Salisbury.
Dominic, there's this family. They're called the Schroders.
No,
The Schroeder family.
Your
the
name is Gerhardt.
Not Schroeder.
Who keeps coming up with? Who comes up with those names?
The Schroeder family is known for having many children and relatives. I don't think even they know who belongs to the family anymore and who doesn't. If you call yourself something Schroeder, people will assume that you belong to the family if you act even a little bit noble.
Alright.
Why? Exactly. So come up with something that fits a Schroeder.
When is this?
Evening, I
tonight,
think, according to
actually.
what he said.
In the
I will
evening.
need to get properly dressed.
Oh dear.
You get right on that.
I'll get right on it.
By the way, that reminds me, to make the disguise and everything real, can I help Ruford with it by using my oratory and my etiquette skills of teaching him how a noble would talk?
Absolutely. You
I
can
will,
spend some time preparing.
I will
I'm going to
certainly
say,
be helping him as well.
I can
Yeah,
say it would be Obs 2 etiquette, and if you succeed with Obs 2 etiquette, every extra die that you get over the success is a dice of preparation that he can use if he hits a sticky situation.
Okay, I'm not quite able to.
Okay, no, you did.
Oh wait, I forgot to help him carefully. Damn it.
You don't manage to impart enough information.
Damn it, I should have
give him
helped him
advantage.
You can
I
still have
always
my
forget
dice
about
if you
that.
want,
Probably going to
Dominic.
disregard it anyway, so...
You can have my dice if you want, Dominic.
What is this dice for?
To help
I'll
him
have-
make a disguise.
Oh, okay, cool.
Because I have the disguise
I
skill.
actually have finery. I just need to adapt it for the occasion.
I can still help
Yeah,
if you
nice.
want.
So Rufus goes.
Well,
Rufus
that was
goes
just
into his
etiquette,
like
though.
traveling sack and just pulls
Can I
out
help
like.
him? Can I help him with the
Well, they note
Can
down
I
Obs 2
help him with
etiquette.
oratory too?
No. Oratory would be if you were training him to be a public speaker.
So,
Alright.
roll with my die, Dominic.
What am I going to do?
Disguise,
You're,
aren't you?
you're doing your disguise.
Is this another scene, or what's going
We
on?
are in another scene.
Yeah, I think I'm going to say this is a new scene. Yeah, this is
We're
a
in
scene.
another scene.
Because I mean, think of it this way: you were splat off and came back. So
This
ever
is
since
a-
you got back, it's a new scene.
This
Yeah,
is a
we're
hard
preparing.
disguise, though, so it's going to be more difficult.
Well, it depends. You've got finery, right, Rufus?
I do.
I'm going to give you one advantage dice for the fact that it's finery already, so it's not particularly difficult.
Nice.
And I'm going to say it's Obs 4. Actually, I think Obs 4 is a difficulty for disguising yourself as a nobleman. Let's have a look.
And what about... Carefully?
You can do it carefully.
That was shit.
That
You could explode my dice, though.
He's
Four.
got Ob 4.
Explode
Step
my...
four.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
got 4. By
Done
the
it.
way, that's based on my disguise roll, isn't it?
Yes.
So 2, that's an Obs 4, that's a difficult. I am now up to
that's
disguise 3.
challenging.
I'm up to disguise 3.
Congratulations!
I would like to sew some shit as well.
Yay!
I would like to make a fake belly.
I've actually been learning stuff watching Dominique make disguises.
Okay,
So,
Rufus,
I'm
gonna
better at
say,
it now.
If you get 3 successes with your sewing roll, then you can use your belly as a preparation die for some purpose later on.
Like drinking.
Yes. No,
or
I'm
putting
going
in the
to...
weapon or something.
Well, I'm gonna take the stuffing out during the thing and fill it with shit.
But
He's
you
gonna
have,
steal.
I'll be
Yeah,
back in a
okay, I
moment.
get it.
okay, you have to roll your sewing thing to see if you can use it.
How much did you say it was?
It's Obs 3.
I shall employ a fate. May I carefully?
So
Yes, of
you
course.
can always do it carefully.
Yes.
And also, you're using a persona, not a fate.
A
That's
persona.
true. Good point.
1, 2, 3.
You successfully manufacture. That's the bare minimum you could have got. 3 4s.
Pregnancy.
You successfully manufacture a chubby belly out of some shit.
It's pretty much
Some
just,
shit.
it's just a sack hanging off his
Well, it's like
Yeah,
kind of like a
under
hollow
the finery.
pillow, isn't it?
yeah with some stuff.
Girl's blowing up my phone.
Okay.
1 second. Hello.
I will take this chance to get myself a drink real quick. I will be.
Sorry, my twin brother fucking lost his keys and needs me to open the front door. I'll be right back.
Okay, yeah, I'm getting myself a drink real quick.
There we go. I'm back.
Jaden Smith proceeds to tweet, "How can your twin not have a key if you have a key?"
Anywho, what's happening now?
I think we might honestly go over the plan where you have all of you and it's just me.
No. Judson does not want to go ahead with that. Judson
What?
knows he will stick out like a sore thumb at an embassy.
Do you have some sort of knife, Sigil?
You are wait for anything in character for Luke to be back.
Okay.
So you can ask you that question and I can do that in character, but
I mean, like, yeah.
out of character, Judson does not like our idea. No.
Let's do some character building. Meanwhile, then. So how is everyone?
So would you like to find some more urchins and beat them up?
None of you know about that.
We sense the disturbance in the force.
We're gonna pass a group of urchins saying, "Watch out for old men." We're on our way to the embassy.
They're making urchins against old men.
They're steadily preparing all of their slingshots.
The next time he uses that disguise, he's just gonna get pelted to death. Ah!
Yeah.
Is Glyca around?
It's like it's going to get a drink.
Fair enough.
Hey up, Dominic.
Man, I wake up in the morning with a bottle of Jack. It's just really difficult.
Fuck.
Hello, tiny angry crab.
It's all over your face. Okay, Rupert, do you want to go
Hey
about
up,
the knife?
Dominique. Seen you looking at me urchins, you dirty slag.
Anyway, what were you saying, Siegfried? Your character?
Start with Rupert asking me for the knife.
Yeah.
I was in character asking Sigil if he has any knife in a stiletto or something that one might borrow.
Okay. How does Phil opt to respond?
Yeah, I silently pass him the worst of my knives.
Nice.
Well, they're all run of the mill, so he gets the shit knife.
Okay, he hides it in their fake belly along with the bowler and some of his stupid fucking eggs.
Okay, you're going strapped.
Going strapped.
Okay.
Next.
Do any of you guys want to go along with him as his like
And I'm back.
as his portable peasant?
Well, I'm definitely not doing it because I'm sorry to say this, but people will spot that I'm not a servant from miles away. He says with
Kiko?
a smirk on his face.
No, it's not a good idea. I go.
Why not?
It
Don't
won't.
worry, Judson. I'm
Nope.
sure you can.
It won't
can-
work. I guarantee to you it won't.
Judson, believe me, everyone will buy that you're a peasant.
I'm not going.
Oh god!
Now, more indignantly, say, no, I'm not going.
So are you guys not even going to be hanging around outside? You're just
Nope.
gonna.
I'm
No,
going.
I will try to actually sneak in.
Oh, for God's sake.
I'm going with the original plan of tailing Siegfried to this place.
Oh, Taylor, you're
Especially now
Well,
that Christoph has
what
said
I'm
that to me.
actually, if we agreed on that, what I'd probably say is that you should try not to get involved in any way. But if you Kiko, Judson, but if you see anyone, if you see, for example, them attacking us, go and get help, either from your brother or the city guard, as soon as you can.
God, right.
Okay.
So that way we have a backup and a third party involved.
So
We can
Judson
fuck
and
with
Phil
us.
are going after the cartel, and Dominic and I are going after
the high class.
the embassy, the high class.
Are we
Okay.
familiar with the building and the location of it, the embassy?
No.
I'm going to say that collectively your group knows. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna say, you know what? I'm gonna say I know. No, wait. Would Kurt Gossip work for that? That I've heard about the Brass Embassy and so on.
To be honest, I think it's the type of thing where I would just say your character knows.
Okay.
Like,
Because I kind of want to make something up about it.
Okay, well, tell me what you want to make up, and I'll tell you whether
Okay.
you go wise appropriate.
I want to say that while I've never been in the embassy, or maybe I've been, but like it's like ages ago and I can't remember. I want to make up that the Brass Embassy is known for having a very elaborate, like a large garden in
Yes,
the back
no,
of
no,
it.
that's I'm saying yes to that. That's already
Okay,
true.
like, but it's got like this these kind of like maze-like hedges. So I'm saying that I can use these very easily to get close to the building.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, cool.
Well, remember, at any point you can always choose to elect to make something up, and I can either say yes, that's true,
Yep.
or I can make you roll a wise if I think there might be
Okay.
interesting consequences to the
The
failure.
embassy, that site is also known for having like a large arrays of like roses and so on that are basically growing up the building. So that's why they have these little
Okay, so this is slightly more enough. This is
this
now
is more intricate, yeah.
exactly.
So
So this I'm going to say. What you want is nicely climbable climbing
Yes.
path.
yes.
So I'm going to say this is Obs 2, but you're going to use an unskilled wise. This is not court gossip wise. Yeah, this is not court gossip wise.
Okay.
This would be, let's say,
embassy wise.
Court buildings wise.
Does that even exist?
Does now.
Anything I want to
now
exist.
It does.
Now it exists.
So what do I roll for that?
Let's call it fancy buildings wise. You roll your perception versus ops 4.
2.
Can we give him an extra die?
Can I remember this carefully?
Why not?
Okay. And I'm also going to use a persona.
Okay, cool.
Actually, wait, how many do I have?
You have 6.
I have 3. Okay.
And you got a fate as well, so you can also explode.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Done.
Bam. Okay, cool. It turns out that there are, in fact, climbing creepers going...
Wait. You need to tell me again what this was called.
Let's call it fancy buildings-wise.
Speaking of which, Mr. Luke.
Yeah.
Authority-wise...
Yeah?
Can I use authority-wise to determine something about...
Tell me what you want to say. Declare your intent and skill, and I'll tell you.
My intent is to determine with the authority-wise that in the area that the place that Siegfried is going to is that they have quite fast response times if someone alerts guards.
Okay, I shall say that's odds 2.
Odds 2, right.
Can it just be building-wise instead of fancy building-wise?
Well, no, because what this reflects, this is a skill that reflects your experience with fancy buildings. This wouldn't tell you anything about the brothels and the docks.
That was perception I just rolled, right?
Let me try this.
Okay.
Here we go.
I thought that'd be city guard wise, Kiko, but
I have authority wise actually. That's what it's what Luke said. That's what it's used for.
Remember though that wises aren't exclusive. You don't have to have the wise for something. You merely need to have a skill, a wise which is appropriate. So it's like Kliko could use city court gossip wise to determine a fact about a noble family, or he could use noble wise, or he could use genealogy wise or something.
Okay.
And that's success.
Whoa! Wow, that was
success.
close.
Okay.
Roll.
Yeah, 2-2. That is a difficult on my authority-wise that I actually have.
Well done.
Yes.
So yeah, so it turns out that the guards will be turning up there pretty quickly.
Good.
I'm also going to add a coda. This is not a well-known fact, but this is simply because fairly nearby, there are in fact 2 authority type buildings. There's both a group of contracts enforcement who are nearby, but there's also a brass enforcement unit on the other side of the thing. So it's an interesting jurisdictional question who actually gets to go there, and both will turn up.
Oh dear. Right. Okay, but I know that. Fair enough.
Yep.
Yep. So that's agreed on the plan there. Right.
This is a terrible plan. Dominique is the worst person for this.
No, he's perfect.
Okay.
No, because imagine him going into a room full of fabulous people.
I wish I would have
having an objective, going in there, and then suddenly changing when he sees someone fabulous than him.
Oh
Dude,
no.
just remember your name is Schroeder.
Just don't fuck up the name and you're good to go. Okay, and thus we now pass on to the question of Siegfried getting tailed by Kiko going towards the cartel building.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, let's pull that off first because it happens time-wise.
Indeed,
first.
it happens time-wise first. So Phil, tell me what's going down.
I am basically putting on the same disguise I had last night.
Yep.
And wandering over to the place at the appropriate time, with Judson probably trailing me from a safe distance.
Do you know that he's following?
I asked him to.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
So
perfect.
it's stealthy with walking in inconspicuous as well.
That's fine.
What's that hair hat I made for Siegfried part of that disguise?
It can be up to Phil.
I don't think it's that.
I don't know. I'm not doing very well.
Okay, Kiko's like blundering around behind you and obviously not doing a very good job of it. Like you notice him a few times.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm going to do a perception test, but before I do that, I'm actually going to tell him to keep a much bigger distance, given that he's kind of obvious.
Right, fine.
Cold.
So
I can imagine Kiko just stepping into buckets. And
no,
stuff
I'm
like
just
that.
I'm too focused, and by being too focused, I'm actually way too obvious.
Kiko, note down a routine on your stealth there, by the way.
Thank you.
Graduated tests count as obs 1.
Yeah.
And I'm also watching my back to see if anyone's following me.
Okay, I'm going to say that for the moment you can't see anybody following you other than Kiko.
Yeah.
Right. So you arrive at the embassy at the appropriate hour. Sorry, you arrive at the cartel building at the appropriate hour. You go up to the guard. He looks at you suspiciously. You're like, "What do you do?"
And I say Sparrowhawk.
He nods and he lets you in.
Is there somewhere where I can get an elevated position?
Yes, there is. There are other buildings around.
I'm going to get seek an elevated position.
Okay, cool. I'm going to say that there is a tavern across the road where you can go in and wander upstairs.
Yep, fine, do that.
So you're watching out a window without too much difficulty.
Yeah, I'm focusing out the window because if I look backwards, I'll see that this place has quite narrow walls.
Nice. Okay, so Phil, you're wandering upstairs.
Yes, and when I get to the room, I'm gonna try and city guard wise that there's an enterprising young city guard trying to take over from poor old Gregory. May God rest his soul.
All right, at Ops 2.
I like this. I like it.
I'll put a persona into that as well.
I like it a lot. It's good.
There is.
Ooh.
You get to name him. Tell us about him.
He's Joachim.
Joachim.
Nice.
Call me Joachim.
He's quite an old, seasoned city guard. Probably knew Gregory. Probably has his finger in a few pots.
And pies.
Yes, pies even. And yeah, he's just generally trying to convince the guards that he's a useful friend to have, or the cartel is a useful friend to have.
He's great.
Dudorinos. I have to move in about 20 minutes. How many of you are free tomorrow?
Working in the evening.
Tomorrow evening, I am free.
Working in the evening.
Okay.
Dead.
Right. Okay, because what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to say this session we're going to set up for the embassy thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to do a bit more with Phil and Kiko, and then it's going to be the embassy thing, and I'm going to go through how it's going to work, and then we'll end the session. And then but Kiko, when are you next available?
Monday.
Clyker?
Sunday.
Actually, no. We'll sort this out later.
I was about to say, yeah.
Yeah, good point. Okay, cool. In that case, okay, so Phil, you reach the top with this bro.
Yep.
And he looks at you, and there appears to be a group of assorted toughs.
Yes.
Uncouth fellows.
Oh, no.
Probably with names like Pete the Stabful and other such appropriate
It's a good
names.
name.
It's a good name, I know. Just full of stabs.
They're mourning the loss of Vince the Eyeballs.
His eyeballs were so beautiful.
I know.
You couldn't see a single artery. They're just pure white.
I know.
Yeah. So he looks around and he says, yes, I think I've got something that you will enjoy. He said, the Brass Empire have been spitting in our face for too long. It's time we take the fight to them. They are having a fancy party where a bunch of hobnobs and dignitaries will be having extremely expensive food and wandering around relatively unguarded. And I think it's time that we decided to show a couple of them what happens if they let their interests get out of their control.
This is going to be good.
Indeed.
Terrible.
And thus he says, what we're going to do is we're going to assemble, roughly, he gives you some time, let's say 8:30. We're going to assemble in an alley here. He's got some type of crappy map that's been drawn by somebody who scouted earlier. So we're going to assemble here at this time. We're going to all wear these. He passes out a bunch of face masks, which look remarkably like Brass Empire face masks, actually. And he says, and we are going to go in there and we're going to have ourselves a bit of fun.
Sounds good.
Excellent.
I'm so glad Judson didn't go in there with you. His face would have been priceless.
He says, you're all free to go now, but just make sure you get there when we're there. We'll take a head count when we start. Bring your own weapons. It's bring your own weapons type of deal.
Bring your own weapons, die.
Yeah, exactly. Just don't be drunk. Come on. And thus he disperses the group.
Judson is waiting.
Waiting. Plotting.
Okay.
Do I see Siegfried come out?
So I'm just leaving.
Okay, so you see him re-emerge, smirking.
I'm coming out of the tavern.
Okay, so you meet up with him on the street.
What's wrong?
Oh, nothing. We're just planning on storming the party.
What? You're not going along with this, are you?
Well, it seems like a good opportunity.
To do what?
Maybe find some brass empires who knows something.
You could also mention that if you don't go, then they'll still be happening. Only you won't be there to help anybody.
Well, at the moment, Siegfried's probably planning on going along with it.
Yeah, okay, cool. just gonna go in there and just stab people. It's like, yeah, let's get this done. All right. So Kiko, how do you feel about this?
You know how terribly wrong this is going to go.
Well, if it blows up, it's not on us.
It's on you.
It's on the person who's giving the orders.
That's a very dodgy way of looking at things, Siegfried. You're
don't
agreeing
think
to
so.
go along with it.
Either way, we need to be there to protect. Dominic.
I think the people there need protecting from him.
Perhaps.
You just shiver. The moment you're Dominic, you're like, ugh.
But aren't you glad we found out this was going to happen? If I hadn't gone in, we wouldn't have known. Would have caught them.
You do know that as soon as anybody outside that place knows something's going on, the guards are going to be on you like cheese on bread.
I don't know about that.
Really?
The cartel has always had quite a favourable arrangement with the guards, as your brother mentioned.
But it's not just going to be Brass Empire people there. There'll be other non-Brass Empire people there of significant station.
Who knows at the moment? Besides, the cartel only want to kill the Brass Empire specifically.
Good times.
This is not going to go well at all.
Either way, we're going to head back and inform the others of this joyous change.
Lovely.
And then they walked hand in hand back to the warehouse.
No, they didn't.
Okay.
Still checking if we're being followed.
Judson
of
is
course.
not happy about this. Yeah, I might as well check behind me as well. I'm really paranoid about this.
I'm going to say, by the time you arrive back, the others have already set off.
I say, do you remember that thing where I said things weren't going to go well at all?
This is where you say something about this city.
Yep. What is it?
Dire
with this-
fate? Dire fate whether the warehouse collapses on their head as they enter?
No.
They are already safe.
Oh.
Okay, and thus, this is where we wrap up this session. Unfortunately, I have to go, but we've managed 2 hours, which is decent. Can't
Yeah.
forget it. So first, I'm gonna say that I'm gonna name a bunch of minor traits, just if anybody wants them.
Okay.
For Kiko, I'm gonna give justified pessimism.
Yes.
Should we say yes to justified pessimism?
Yes, that sounds good for Kiko.
Give it to him.
All right.
What
Kiko,
does that exactly mean?
Justified pessimism means that you're pessimistic about stuff and tend to be right.
Yep.
It's like realistic pessimism. It's not unrealistic pessimism where you're just like, he's gonna fall over and die. It's like, this is gonna go terribly wrong, and then it does.
Can this warp reality?
No. It's just
This is basically if something goes wrong, if something like this plans, like you do realize this could go wrong and this
Kiko
could
is-
go wrong.
Kiko is so pessimistic he alters the state of the universe.
Alternatively, I was just portraying the cautious template, which is what I'm doing. I have to be.
Actually, no. You can make the argument if you're just being cautious. That thing. But
I'm just being cautious.
And so it's quite funny. Your character's like, I knew this was gonna happen.
It's like this is what's going to go wrong, but no,
All right.
I'm just
Well,
being
it's- okay.
cautious.
Okay. For Rupert, I'm gonna go with mildly unhinged.
Mildly?
Yeah, mildly unhinged. He's not totally
Unhinged.
Why?
Mildly unhinged. Actually, you know what? You've got a little crazy actually. So I think a little
Yeah.
crazy covers it with the kid.
Yeah, so that's
Yeah.
that's 0 out of 2 so far.
Okay, that's fine. I just thought those two struck me as a consequence.
yeah.
I've already got cautious. I don't need more.
All right, cool. In that case, you've got to do Arthur. Arthur.
Ooh.
I take it none of us, since nothing really happened like that, like no one's getting a steel test or anything, right?
No.
No steel tests.
No.
Rufus could get an OBS 2 steel test for shoving an urchin in a bin.
I don't know. He was the instigator there. I think if anything, the urchin's getting bonus
He
steel
wasn't-
test.
Okay, the urchin steel levels up to 4.
Yes! We
Damn
shall
it.
beat that
Serious.
urchin again. He shall grow up to avenge his stealing of his pocket money.
I survived the back alley abuser.
Yeah.
Telling all the other urchins.
There should be
is,
like an urban legend now of like among the urchins of this
the
old
aged
man,
creeper.
this old
That
man,
was
the
terrible.
creeper.
Anyway, so
Actually, no. Actually, I think Kiko, if you continue doing this, somebody suggests in chat that you get a call on for the ugly truth skill, which is going to be justified pessimism.
I could have the ugly truth skill.
But you haven't got it yet. You haven't.
No.
Oh, you should have been using the ugly truth. Remember that skill next time. You can dish the ugly truth at people. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So, did anyone drive the game forward with a belief? Not a huge amount of motion was made this game, so maybe not. Did anyone play an instinct that makes their character's life difficult?
Nope.
No.
And there wasn't a huge amount. The problem is there wasn't any particular combat, a huge quantity of action this time. It was all just solving stuff, traits, humor. Rufus gets a fate for humor.
Yeah, definitely gets a fate for that.
Phil, Kleiker, and Kiko all get a fate for right skill, right time for various wises.
Yep.
Because we had thingy wise being used. Phil used authority wise. Kiko used guard wise. And then I think I'm just going to say everybody gets one persona because there was some solid role playing this time.
Yay.
And that's that. Because I mean, there wasn't much. There wasn't much
wasn't.
Arthur being spent, so it wasn't. I don't feel like we need to top up the mains.
Indeed.
Yeah.
And
Talking about Arthur being spent, so like, I mean, we keep writing this all down. Like, how much Arthur actually, like, has to be spent for stuff to do anything?
Okay. If you spend 21 fate.
Wow, that's
20 fate, 10 persona. If you spend 20 fate, 10 persona, and 3 deeds, you get an epiphany, and it's a permanent shade shift.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I
So
didn't.
you
We never even had a deed then.
And if
okay,
if you spend 5 fate points, 3 persona, and 1 deeds on a skill at any one time, that's an Aristeia, and that gives you a temporary shade shift for the scene.
Okay.
I mean, the thing about Aristeia is people are always like Aristeia is crap because it only lasts one scene and it's a lot of Arthur. But the trick with Aristeia is that it's a good way of dumping a huge amount of Arthur into one skill.
Yeah.
So if you want to shadeshift a skill, you just be like, okay, Aristeia. Okay, shadeshift, let's go.
Okay. Interesting.
Okay, so in that case, I vote we wind up here.
Right.
Yep.
Coolerinos.
Yep.
Goodbye from me, our exciting host, and goodbye from all the characters.
Yep. Goodbye.
Bye.
Next
So
time.
We shall see you soon. God damn it!